Hello, everybody. This is T from TNT Connect, and thank you for joining me this evening on my channel. TNT Connect is a how to, did you know, have you thought about, or did you consider, or hey, let me show you type channel. But today we'll be talking about why is it important to set goals. Now, most people think about goals as something you just do for your job, or maybe you have financial goals or workout goals, but they're goals nonetheless. But what's important is setting goals. Goals are very important to set, and it's not just for January 1st, my New Year's resolution, or this is my goal to make this amount of money, or this is my goal to lose a certain amount of weight. Those are the most familiar. In addition to goals at your job, you know, these are my goals for, the person that I'm working for or the organization that I'm working for. However, setting goals should be something that you actually implement in everything that you do in life. I know it may not seem as much fun, but once you begin to reach those goals, you begin to see how much of a difference it does make. So let's get into why setting goals are important. So the benefits of goal setting. And so just some of these are providing focus, providing direction, clarifying your future, prioritizing your time, building confidence and motivation, measures progress, and increase productivity and capabilities of yourself. So we're going to break it down one by one just to give you an understanding of what each of these mean. And hopefully you'll be able to take this information and apply it to your daily life. So let's talk about providing focus. So one may ask, how does one set, goals to provide focus? Well, think about it this way. You know the saying where they say, hey, if you don't stand up for anything, you'll lay down for everything. Well, that's the same thing here. Or you hear about people winning the lottery and you wonder, how did they go through all that money? They have this amount of money. Where did it go? Well, because they didn't have a plan for it. They didn't have a goal for it. And since they didn't have a goal for it, they weren't focused on where that money should be applied, what they should do with the money. That is why. So when you set goals, it helps you provide focus on what you're doing in life, period. You can, whatever I'm saying today, you can apply it to everything. Okay. And there'll be another segment for that one, how to apply your goals. But today we're just speaking about why it's important and what are the benefits of setting your goals. So providing focus, meaning where are you going? What are you doing? Which is like a combination of bullet 1 and 2, providing direction. Where are you going? What are you doing? Why are you even doing what you're doing? Which is bullet number 3, clarifying your future. Everyone should have an idea when they wake up in the morning. What are you getting up for? Okay. What are you getting up for? What are you trying to accomplish today? Because if you don't have a goal, for the day, then the day will go by very quickly. How many times have you had where, and I'm not saying you need to get up every morning to do something. Everybody needs time off. But I'm speaking of the times when you're not just laying around and resting and sleeping. I get that. But even then you have a goal. You have a goal of resting so you can get up and continue what you need to do in life, right? Because you can't move without your rest. But you need to be focused. What is it that you're doing? What is your purpose? What are you trying to do? And whatever that end goal is, you got to work backwards. You got to think about, well, what steps do I take in order to reach that goal? Okay. What is it that I have to do? Who is it that I need to speak with? Who is it that I need to know? Where is it that I need to go? What is it that I need to have? Okay. Those are those are the things that will help you stay focused on where it is whatever your end goal is. Okay. providing direction, meaning if you know where you're trying to go and you are focused on it, it's very hard to for someone to deter you and move you east when you know where you're trying to get to is to the west. Now, I know some people may say, well, what if I'm going east and I find out that west is where I needed to go in the first place? That is fine. But the thing is, in order for you to understand that, you had to have been going someplace in the first place, right? And so no one's saying that what you intended to do doesn't mean that you know exactly what to do and you know exactly who to talk to, but it's the journey of getting there. But at the end of the day, keep your eye on the prize. You're still trying, your end result of why you're doing it and what you're trying to accomplish does not change. How you get there may change, but focusing on that helps, because if you know where you're going, then you know that even if your hows change, you will still be focused in your mind to know, how does this apply to helping me continue on my journey, continue on my walk, continue on my purpose? How does this person over here apply to that? Whether they are feeding you mentally, whether they are feeding you from a financial perspective, whether they're feeding you whether they're feeding you from a financial perspective, whether they're feeding you from, just a regular way of helping you reach your goal. Everybody in your life has a purpose. You ever heard a person is in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime? And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody is not meant to be in your life for a lifetime. Okay. People are put in your lives for a reason and for a purpose. And it's always up to you on making sure that you understand those relationships to help you stay focused. If a person is in your life and they're derailing you from your end result, they are not for you. So just remember that. Anything that is distracting you from your end result, you need to get rid of that. That's where that focus is. That is where that direction comes in. And that is where you know that the clarification of your future is there. Okay. So now let's talk about prioritizing your time. Okay. So prioritizing, excuse me, prioritizing your time. In order for you to reach your goal, you have to make sure that you set goals. Okay. You have to make sure that you set that time and that you have a schedule that's going to help you do what you need to do during your how in order for you to reach there. And the reason you need to prioritize your time is because if you do not prioritize your time, then you will end up wasting your time on things that have no purpose. Okay. It does not have a goal. It does not have direction. It does not have anything that's going to contribute to you staying focused. So you need to set time on things that you're going to dedicate yourself to. Okay. Yes, that includes making sure you prioritize and put those things in order. Okay. Whatever those items are in order, those are the things that get the most time. Okay. And do understand prioritizations change. Okay. I'll give you a perfect example. You may be a married couple. Okay. And both of you feel that God and each other are your top priority. Family comes first, right? However, each of you may have a goal, or maybe you have a joint goal. Okay. But let's just say, just for this example, you both have a different goal. Okay. If one person is moving, the other one is going to support, and then vice versa. So what you do is you prioritize who's going to do what when, and can both of you even do it at the same time? And if so, that's fine. But that's when you really have to buckle down and prioritize your time, because what you don't want to do is you do not want to um intrude on the other person's time, because you're now being selfish with your time. So you have to prioritize that time. You have to schedule, and it won't last forever. This is just until you reach whatever that goal is. Okay. Then why does it build confidence and motivation? Because let me tell you something. I don't care what anyone says. However, if you pay attention, anytime you achieve something, it builds confidence and it helps motivate you to try to do something else. And it just sort of gives you confirmation that, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can reach and put my mind to something, and here it goes. Think about it. There are individuals, and I give examples. You have people who are striving to save money for their kids' education. And this is cash money. This is investing. And when you're focused, you're like, hey, when they were 12, we made sure that we started putting money away. Or when they were born, we started putting money away. Do you know how good it feels that when your child turns of a certain age and you had a financial goal set aside for your child or your children, and you're able to say debt free, go ahead and go to any school or any university or any college or whatever it is that you want to do, because we financially was able to be focused, we had direction, and we clarified on what our future was supposed to be with those funds for that purpose. And to know that when you're able to give that to your child or reach that goal to be able to give them financial freedom, that is a big success. That is a big accomplishment. And you can't tell me that once you know that you can do that, that you will not apply it to other things. Okay. If a person is looking to open up a business, okay, and their whole thing is, hey, I want to open up this restaurant. This restaurant is going to give me this money. Okay, it's going to help me make this money. It's going to help me do what it is that I want to do. And I enjoy doing it. Well, if you have your mind focused, you'll already be thinking about, okay, well, where do I want the restaurant to be? And what type of population do I need to make sure my business is a success? Who do I need to know? Do I need to partner with somebody? What bank am I going to use? Or am I just going to fund it with a couple of stakeholders and go in it with a couple of my friends and we're going to finance it together? How am I going to run it? What part or what role am I going to play in that restaurant? All those things have to be looked at and planned for. You may not know exactly how you're going to get to it, but let me tell you, when you're focused, you start to seek out information. You start to ask people. You start to look at people who have done it and say, you know what, let me connect with them and ask them, hey, can you share with me, how did you do this? How did you do that? Okay. And when you finally reach that goal, don't tell me that if you were successful in opening up a business and staying open, that you don't feel like, you know what, if I wanted to open up another restaurant, I can do so, because I already know the blueprint of what I need to do. And I know if I set my mind to it, I'm going to do it. Then you also looking at measuring your progress. When you set your goals, measuring your progress just helps build your confidence and motivation even more. You're able to say, you know what did I accomplish this year? Or what did I accomplish this month? What did I accomplish this week? When you measure that and you know, this is how I'm going to determine that I've accomplished this. If you're losing weight, your measure of progress is, it may be the clothes that you wear, because not everybody likes to scale, because everybody, like they say, some people are big boned. Some people are big boned, but that is one thing that you know that helps you to know when you've reached that success level where you're trying to go. Okay, so with that stated, measuring your progress, finding a way on how do you know that you're actually reaching those small feats, while you're reaching that goal, and that goal may be a huge goal, it may be a big goal. Okay, that big goal, that big goal is something that may be something you're not going to reach for maybe 5 or 10 years, but there may be little things that you need to accomplish before you get there. Those are the things that you want to measure. Measure that progress. Okay. And every time you succeed in meeting that progress, you celebrate. You celebrate and you'll be happy because you'll see it's a stepping stone taking you to where you're trying to be at the end of the road. Now, also, it increases productivity and capabilities. How does it do that, you say? Well, if you're setting your goals and you're measuring your successes and you have confidence and you're motivated and you're prioritizing your time and you are for sure and focused on what it is you're trying to accomplish, even if you don't know all the exact steps, it increases your productivity, how productive you are in throughout the day. You know why it increases productivity and capabilities? Because you will find that no matter what you're doing throughout the day, you will always find time and make time to do what it is that you need to do. And see, remember going back to when we wake up without a purpose versus waking up with a purpose. So if you wake up with a purpose, you already know, hey, I got to get up, I got to go to work. So I need to get up at this time because I know there's traffic. Okay. You're already, that's still a goal. Getting to work is a goal. And you're already planning all the steps that you need in order to get there on time. Right. Same thing. Well, yes, I'm going to work. However, I have a family at home. I know food has to be cooked or a child has to be picked up. Well, guess what? You're going to organize how you work your day to ensure that you pick up and take care of what you have to take care of outside of work in a timely manner. Those are goals too. That's why there's a difference between people who seem to just get everything done and people who just seem to always forget. They're late, they forgot, the kids didn't eat, or the husband didn't eat, or the wife couldn't get something. The husband forgot. Everybody forgot. You know why? Because they were not focused and they did not include that in their daily plan. And that is what I mean by not having a goal and having a goal. Okay. I like to use this best analogy is, if you don't plan for anything, nothing will happen. Okay. If you just fly by the seat of your pants and say, well, whatever the universe throws my way. Okay, well, whatever the universe throws your way, it pretty much will be nothing, or it'll be something that's not worth anything. And then you'll find that a lot of things are building up. Oh, well, did you pay the bills? Oh, did you even look at the bills? Or did you even check your child's homework? Well, did you spend time with your spouse? Well, did you get to work on time? Are you doing what you need to do at work? How is your business going? Did you order those supplies for your business? Did you hire those employees that you need to run your business? Hey, well, did you do the marketing for your business? Or in this particular case, if you're on YouTube, well, did you set aside time to do those videos? Did you set aside time to continue to network and collaborate with individuals? Did you set aside time for yourself to get some rest and to sleep and to disconnect? You have to plan all of that. And that is the only way to be able to do what you need to do, is when those things are important enough for you to plan accordingly. Okay. Capabilities. Once you know that you can do all these things, there's nothing that you won't think that you can't do. Okay. There's nothing that you would ever not understand of what you cannot do. Because once you do these things, it doesn't matter what life throws your way. You will be able to reorganize your day, your life, your month, your week, your year to accommodate those things. And it's called resilience. And it's one thing that I've learned personally is that when you have a plan, and I'm not saying that plans don't always go that way, go the right way. But as long as you have a plan, there's usually a way for you to revert back and say, okay, let me reorganize some things. It's easy to reorganize some things when somebody throws a wrench in your plans, which is very different from not having a plan at all. Because you're not sure when that wrench comes in, everything's messed up. You may not know how to do something. You don't know that, oh, I don't know who my resources are, what this is, what that is. That is the reason why. So when you are aware of how to set your goals, a plan, stay focused, make sure you are on track, developing your future, prioritizing your time, building up that confidence, motivation, and measuring and having those successes and being able to celebrate those things, there's nothing that you can't do. So I say all of this to say the benefits of goal settings is just the icing on the cake, is just really just the start of the cake. Because guess what? For the next time is you will need to understand, well, how do I set goals? What does that even look like? And that's going to be on my next segment. How to set SMART goals. SMART is an acronym, but SMART is also a word. But just so you'll know, tune in. You'll hear next time how to set SMART goals. I hope you enjoyed this session of goal setting, the benefits of goal setting. Hope you enjoyed this segment. I will see you again next week, same time, every Thursday at 6 p.m. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.